Okay, Renee, we're going to take a look at your before and after of your swing, and then I'm going to also show you what a college player looks like as far as her swing goes. So on the left, you've got the first time, your very first swing at the camp, and then on the right, you have after the last day of the camp. And I know you missed a couple days there in the middle, but you did some good work and definitely improved. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to just play both swings in slow motion for you here. We'll start with the one on the left. Okay, and now the one on the right. I would say the one on the right looking much better. And we'll go through some of the reasons why. The first thing is your hands, okay? So we're starting with the bat against the shoulder. And it's just a drill. Eventually your hands will come off your shoulder. But what we want to use all the big muscles in our body, our hips and our shoulders. We want to use all those muscles to rotate and pull the bat around. We don't want to just use our arms. You can see on your first swing over here, your hands drop, the back comes away from your back shoulder, and from about this point forward, all you do is just kind of wave your arms at it. And that's not going to lead to your maximum amount of power. Also notice too how your eyes are closed here. You do a better job of that now, but definitely make sure your eyes are not closed when you go to hit the ball. So your hands are dropping, your back comes away from the back shoulder, and you're just kind of waving your arms at the ball. Now with the bat starting against the back shoulder and we're using our big muscles to rotate, you can see how you really turn into the ball much better than you did before. And we're using all those big muscles to rotate and turn into the ball. So that's much better. That's going to lead to a lot more power. So good job there. As far as the bat, it's much better. It's closer to your shoulder. But we really want to keep that bat against our shoulder all the way up to about here. And what that's going to do, that's going to force us to use our hips and our shoulders to rotate. And then those rotational forces is what's going to bring the bat off. We don't want to use our hands to bring our hands to the ball or just use our hands or our arms. That's not the strongest swing. We want to use our big muscles to rotate, and then they're going to bring our hands along for the ride. So that is the biggest thing I would have you work on, is keeping the bat against your shoulder and using your big muscles to rotate into the ball. But again, nice improvement from week one. You can see how much you're turning into the ball, and you have a really nice follow through there. So a couple other things, and I'm going to show you this on compared to a college player. And I'm going to just keep this real simple and just give you a couple things to work on. If you look at her when she starts to rotate, look how nice and tight the bat is. I mean, it's off of her shoulder. She's not pressing against the shoulder. But you can see how her body all starts to turn and rotate. And it all turns together. And then right there, now the bat is going to whip right into the ball. And you want to work on that. Your shoulders should be turning now, and your shoulders don't really turn they start turning about right there. They should start turning here, and then with the bat pressing against your shoulder, that's going to lead to a lot more power. I hope this makes sense, but you want to turn your body starting right now, not just bring your hands away from your body and use your arms, although you do a much better job of turning. Let's look at the impact position. This is something to remember and something you can keep working on. We don't want to lunge over the ball. We want to keep a nice straight front leg right at impact, have our back knee bent, and we're not lunging or moving our upper body towards the ball. And you can kind of see how you're doing that a little bit. Your front leg is still a little bent, and your upper body is actually kind of leaking over your front leg. Once we start to rotate, we don't want to lunge towards the ball at all. We just want to turn, and right at impact, we want our front leg to be straight. So those would be the three biggest things I think you should work on now that you can see it on video. And that's one, keep the bat against your shoulder and just turn into the ball. the next right at impact, you want a straight front leg, and don't lunge with your upper body. Remember, you can actually, it's almost leaning back just a little bit. Just like that. You want to rotate right around that tilted axis right there. So anyway, it was fun working with you. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me, and we'll see you around. Okay. Bye-bye.